what's up, everybody? It's me, Danae, and I'm here with a message for you. Hope you're doing well. Today is Wednesday, January 31st. We are almost out of the first month of 2024, already off to a speedy progression. Crazy, right? I would say so. Hope you're doing well this week. Hump day, you almost made it out. If you're looking forward to Friday, hang in there. Tomorrow's February 1st. We'll see what the month does hold. I hope all Aquarians are enjoying their birthday still. And yeah, Aquarius season is just certainly gotten underway, and I think with that Uranus energy, we're going to be in for some more surprises and sudden experiences, or maybe even shocking experiences before it's all said and done. But, we shall see. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the message for today. Two of Wands. Somebody's planning. I just heard planning ahead, or this is a plan that's being executed. There's an expectation here for Well, the next card to follow, I feel like the two and the Three of Wands, whenever I see one or the other, I can't help but reference the other. So this is like the pre-energy to great expectations. So this is like having put in a certain plan of action into place, or taken certain steps, or even made like a very definitive choice that follows an active response that will put you in a position to then kind of like sit back and wait for the results. Now these days that could be a plus, 2 thumbs up in the highest vibration. But of course, I guess it is with all the cards, and particularly with me. If you didn't hear me say this before, I read the energy of the cards, so I don't really get many reversals. It's very, very rare that a card reverses in my spread. So I have to tune into the energy as I'm feeling it to get the nature of the message, because clearly everything is not always upright. So how I read, how I transmit, sometimes cards that are not in reversals read as the reversed energy. But you can receive that as you will. That's just my brand. So but so as I was saying, the opposite of that, or the adverse of that, is that sometimes people are these days are planning in a low vibrational frequency with great expectations for a return on their energetic investments, i.e. sending out projections or spell work, or low vibing intentions, or even outright lies, or in this case with wand energy, maybe even actively doing something that would cause, or that would incite a negative outcome. So we'll see what is given. I'm not going to take this one out, but let's see what is given. Two of Wands is the energy, but for whatever it is, it's the precursor to an expectation. So there is an action put in place for the intentions of at least an equal return, if not a greater return, from the 2 to the 3. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. Well, now, Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So whatever it is, it's definitely on the greater than scale. That somebody is looking to harvest something or has the intention to harvest a prosperous return. Let's see, what's with this Ten of Pentacles? But why though? Is it because they're broke? Two of Pentacles. Let me get another one. What's the nature of this Two of Pentacles? Where we at with that? Yeah. Because, well, actually, ooh, damn. I just heard that loud and clear. And see, that's why I felt I needed to make that disclaimer about upright cards showing up and having inverted energy, because here we go. This feels like whatever the ambition was, that Two of Wands, that plan, this was the focus or the ambition for. This was what the ambition was for. But that shit backfired. Something to the point where this 8, this is so clear of a backfire. I've never even seen it so in all my days, as to the quick turnaround. It's like whatever energy was expelled, not only did it not yield what was intended, or if it did, it's like just as quickly as someone gained it is as quickly as they lost it. And now it's like all this energy. Remember I said more than the return was an expectation of a greater return. Well, he got a greater return, but it wasn't in the material or monetary form, maybe even the energetic form that he was hoping for. He got it back in the essence of the intentions that were projected. So damn, times 4 with from the Two of Wands to the 8. This is all the energy that came back, and here he is at the 9. And this could easily be, well, this is some energetic imbalance on account of what has backfired. So that tells, well, if you didn't get it at this point, that tells me that my perception of the Two of Wands might be possibly a negative vibe is probably true based on this spread here. That what was sent out, or at least, so there's one thing for the ambition of money or some, experience of wealth, but it was the actions that were taken with that Two of Wands. It was what was the plan that was enacted to get to this place that was imbalanced. Let's say it that way. It wasn't fair. It probably wasn't justified. It may even have been unlawful at this point, because what I was going to say is that 9 of Wands can definitely be the projection of, to me, that's like, it could be jail. Now he's standing on the outside of those bars at this point, or who knows, maybe not. Maybe that's the yard. I don't know. Like, it depends on the perspective. But I would say, even if this isn't like physical incarceration, this is somebody that's now a prisoner of their own karma, of all the energy that returned to the sender, being the sender, is now what he has to, what more or less he either has to contend with or is even contained by some entrapment here. And he lost whatever he might have gotten his hands on, if he ever fully got his hands on it. But with this quick turnaround, it's like here today, gone tomorrow type of energy. One minute he was a millionaire, the next day he woke up and like he had two nickels to rub together. That's this vibe here. Could have even been, if it was a matter of like illegal activity, could have woken up and all his accounts were frozen, or or something like that, which we know is not unusual, especially not in this nation. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Yeah, look at this again. Another quick turnaround from the King of Pentacles to the Hangman, being stuck. So he went from being the executor of his estate to being at the mercy of something or someone to help come get him off that tree. Even if it is a matter of enlightenment in the purest form, it's like there's a dependency here on someone or something now that he didn't have, let's say, yesterday. Like just yesterday or just a week ago, it was all good. What isn't that a song? Like, it was all good just a week ago or something like that, or a saying. And then here he is hanging upside down, literally on a wing and a prayer as to how to, I don't know, rob Peter to pay Paul, perhaps. Ooh, and you know what? I was feeling feminine energy too, but I was like, nah. I mean, it's evident. It could be here in the sense with the Ten of Pentacles that there is a feminine presence with the partnership there. But I was going to say that, and we'll see what's on the other side of here. But what I saw in my mind's eye was when I said he woke up a millionaire one day, or like and then like maybe the next day the accounts were frozen. I was going to say, or somebody wiped him out. I was going to say that. And now here we got the Queen of Pentacles, who's over here on the other side of this hangman holding a pentacle. Where you get that pentacle, sis? Is that the get back with the Eight of Wands? It's like, it's a deeper burn because it comes from a place that you least expected it, your own partner. Because this could be like intimate partner for sure, but given all this pentacle energy, it could be like business partner for sure. Or it could be a little bit of both, which is definitely not rare in this country. Let's see what else we got here. Let me get one more. Ooh, shoot. What? No, hold up. I get the sense that this is another man right here. And this is maybe her. So it's like he's like sugar daddy over here with the King of Pentacles, but the King of Wands is like heartthrob, like, object of desires type of energy. Ooh, man. So that's yet another burn, because not only, or it could be a matter of something went awry with the finances and the Queen of Pentacles jumped ship and moved on to some other situationship over here with the King of Wands. It could be that too, giving her the benefit of the doubt, not trying to call her a thief off the top. We're going to keep going, but something going on with this Queen of Wands here, the King of Wands here. Ooh, I said Queen of Wands. King of Wands. I'll call it as I see it, but I said Queen of Wands. Now, was that a Freudian slip or was that a feminine and a masculine energy? I don't know. Which would be yet another burn. That would be yet another one. Like, you left me for a woman? And whole time the plot was to make him the mark, absorb all the resources and wealth they could possibly do so, and then get the hell up out of there, Eight of Wands, quickly, expeditiously, leaving him behind as a wounded warrior of sorts. I would say holding the bag, but in this case, ain't no bag to hold. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. I don't know though. I don't feel like. Let me see. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, this is what his fixation on. Like, I don't feel like all of these are whammies for sure, but I feel like his greatest concern is his wealth, what was lost, and trying to reclaim. Like, that's what keeps him up at night. That's what has his wheels turning. It's not so much about this relationship or who she with or not. It's where is my money? It's my money and I want it now type of energy. If it's even his, okay? Because remember, this is a backfire situation where there's some justified reason why this is happening to someone. But the Fool card, in the Hangman position, well, under the Hangman, I should say, in the way that I've been speaking about the Hangman and the Two of Pentacles, it's like he might be willing to do some strange things to put himself in a strange position to get back to that coin that wouldn't be the most enlightening or illuminating. Matter of fact, that he may not want illuminated. I don't know. I feel like, here we go again. I feel something funny about this Fool. It doesn't feel like, oh, new beginnings and faith and fortitude, new adventure. It feels like someone that's willing to do anything for, it's like a little bit, not unhinged, but maybe, because if this is his true energy here at the Nine of Wands, that can be someone that's mentally imbalanced, that maybe he even still thinks he's the King of Pentacles or entitled to it, and not even willing to submit or relent to this reality. Yeah, something delusional here. That's what it is. There's some delusion of ambition here. Back to that Two of Wands, that some harebrained scheme has been hatched that is supposed to get him right back to where he started, if not better off. But in the Fool energy, I don't know. Let's see what's after the Fool. Yeah, exactly. This is the ambition. We know the Knight of Wands, for the most part, he's lust. He can be lustful. He can be over ambitious. Certainly have the ulterior motive of sensual satisfaction, and sometimes can be impulsive. With the Fool card moving in that direction, like this is the energy that the Fool is in, chasing a coin. It's not pure passion. It's like there's a surrender here with the Fool, but it's a surrender to like the loins even, or just maybe even to the primal nature of passion. Maybe I don't know. I mean, definitely for some material gain for sure, but even with that, like it feels like the lust is for the power of the coin. Yeah, that's what this projection is with the King of Pentacles and the Ace. It's like he's not even ambitious to get back to the King of Pentacles in the state of being wealthy. It's whatever power that he has maybe been disconnected from or is lustful for, like, you know, money being a power force, again, in our nation, perhaps in the world. That's what the lust is for. And that's what it's almost like the Fool is just giving something to me. It's like somebody, okay. It's like an addictive energy here. That's where the delusion is coming in from, because he's not working off of, and then the Hangman, okay, all right. So it's definitely about the power, but it's the intoxication of the power that somebody is like, it's like they're in withdrawal. That's what it is with the Nine of Wands. They're in withdrawal from either the power that they used to possess from the status of wealth that they maintained or claimed even for some short time. And you know what they say about, well, that's really fame. Fame is a drug or whatever, but it feels like he got just enough of a taste of a certain type of life or a certain type of exposure or access to a certain society that would make him like literally do anything to return to it. To even depreciate himself in value from what once was a King of Pentacles to, I just need it. And it's almost given like addiction vibes for maybe even an actual substance, which could also be, especially with the Nine of Wands, which could be in play here as well. And the Hangman, like somebody hanging upside down, not quite grounded in reality, could be a pill addiction, or, and it is the Ace of Pentacles, you know, up high, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like somebody, it's like how they say, you know, when you become dependent on whatever substance, you're always chasing that first high. So that's how it's playing out in the material sense, where maybe was perhaps the first time he had really sank his teeth in. Is it sank or sunk in his teeth? I don't know, you get me. Into wealth. And he's been chasing that, and especially since he may have since lost that satisfaction, he's been chasing that ever since. But what maybe has been connected to that lifestyle has been some type of substance dependency as well, which makes it even worse and more intensified, which is why he out here willing to do some strange things for change, because whereas he used to probably have access, like take your pick a drug of choice when he had plenty of money to throw around. Maybe he was even the kingpin with the King of Pentacles. Maybe he was a supplier. Okay, so this is going a whole nother route. And now it's like, not only does he not have access to premium supply, he doesn't have it on demand as he used to, and he doesn't even have the resources to obtain it even as a customer in the way that would actually support what his habit with the Knight of Wands. Damn, that's crazy. It's like she's holding the supply here, the Queen of Pentacles. This is giving me a whole nother, let me get one here. Oh, imagine that. Like if you wake up one day, you go from being Tony Montana to the next day, your whole stash is wiped out. Your bank accounts are either frozen or swiped. Your partner is ghost. The cars are gone. You can't even go. I don't even know why I'm saying that, because, well, maybe because he's on a horse here and on foot here. I don't know. The car, hangman, stuck. You can't even go drive off if you wanted to. Oh my goodness. That would put somebody out of their mind. Star card. And here's the healing that he's running away from. He ain't going towards the star. He's going towards this foolish activity over here. But it's like everything's perhaps been stripped away for the purposes of him getting back on his destined path, which would definitely include some healing with the star card. But that ain't the way he going. What else is a star here for? And it's under the King of Wands. Definitely giving way to what I said, like about somebody being a preferred partner over here. But like I said, I don't even know if he's coherent enough to care about that. It's more so the material stuff. Like I was saying, that's another blow to the backfire, but I don't know. The only envy here might just be the fact that whomever this King of Wands energy is now living off of, maybe perhaps living off of his resources, or in a position of beneficiary to whatever this transfer of power or wealth may be. That's what is given here. Which is why he is like, well, F healing, I'm going to go find my way back to the power that I know. It's like the star card is not a sure shot, direct, the tool with that Two of Wands. It's like you make one choice over the other. This person doesn't see the way of healing as the sure shot to a great expectation as it would be with the Three of Wands. They know that there are certain immediate gratifications or energies that they can lend themselves to that may lead to money and power much faster than this route, and that's the one that they prefer. It's like some type of, I don't even know. I was going to say competition, but it doesn't, I don't know if it's a competition as much as it is just person just really trying to prove something to himself. His priorities are way off though. Way off. And his ambitions are even more off. Integrity at 0 with the Fool card. Yeah, here's the King of Cups. What's the King of Cups here for? That's a whole nother man. Hold on now. A lot of kings on this board. What's that about? Only person we missing right now is the King of Swords. Cause what? He ain't in his right mind. We got the King of Wands, but who's this King of Cups? Oh no, don't tell me. Let me see what's coming after this King of Cups. Oh my God, man. I felt it. This King of Cups is like a pimp. Oh my goodness, what the heck? That's the energy I feel. I know it sounds crazy, but, and then this to come up too with it, the Seven of Swords. That's why I said like he heading in the wrong direction, because this is somebody like, even if they're not like an actual pimp, like, you know, smack a hoe type of vibes, this is somebody that would be willing to manipulate. It's like pimp people out emotionally at their lowest point. Could even be like a loan shark or something like that. Yeah, that's when like they know that you're at your lowest point if you even having to come to see them. And so they're willing to absorb that energy, charging you hella inflated interest rates out of your own desperation. Ooh, yeah, it's like pimping souls. That's what it is. It's like, oh, you really need this money, huh? And the more desperate you are, the higher the rate. And then when you can't pay, which is like the prospect of this person being able to do so, then you got yourself in a world of trouble. Here it is, right here, robbing Peter to pay Paul. Literally, hangman being almost sacrificed and being stuck in a position where you may even actually have to do some strange things just for your own survival to pay back a character such as this, because usually loan sharks are not graceful people. You pay by the time that is given, by the rate that has been agreed upon, or else. Seven of Swords. All this just to be the man again? To say you got a couple dollars in your pocket? It's like, that's why I said it's something about pride and ego here. Like somebody, well, it could actually, like I said, still definitely be about balancing whatever this addiction is in a very actual sense, but it's mixed with something else too. It's still somebody trying to fight their way back to this position of prominence, almost as to seem as though like, oh, you didn't get me, you know, or you may have got away. You know, it's like something here where they don't want to be a man down. Like, but absolutely man down at this point. Because like I said, this is not what I said. I'm giving the mild example of this just maybe being a loan shark, which definitely makes sense with the King of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles and all of this whole little quadrant over here. But if the strange things is now someone selling themselves, yeah, because this is like John's. but it's something else too, because it's like, what are you robbing the Johns? It's like somebody that may even be targeting men. Oh, now I'm seeing it the other way too. So it could be either one, but either way, the Seven of Swords never really goes very far without what? Meeting the backfire at some point in time. So this is someone, like I said, a harebrained scheme to target men who have an emotional vulnerability. Maybe they're married, maybe they have something to conceal, to keep secret. They don't want because I'm talking about a man and a man here. This is all masculine energy that I'm speaking on. The only true feminine is the Queen of Pentacles, and questionable energy is the Star. It could be either one. But this is someone like gay for pay, as they say, that either has the idea or the plan to target like rich, maybe even older men that he wants to finesse in some way, or like almost like it's a lick. It's definitely a lick, but I'm trying to get to the energy of the why and the how. Like, it would have to be someone that has money, that has some wealth attached to them, and he's trying to create an avenue to the big, either the long con, but not really in the long term time. It's like he's trying to, with the full energy, it's like he's trying to come up almost overnight, whether it might be so desperate. That's why I'm feeling like there's addiction in play here, because it's probably not as well thought out as it would be in a sober mind to really hit the long con and maybe court these individuals for the long term, like get up in their investments or get access to their bank accounts, or have some way to kind of get up into their financial affairs. This is somebody that's moving too quick for their own good, and probably is flubbing it up to the point where he's becoming more of a victim. Like, well, I'll pay you for this time and maybe, for our session or whatever, but he's not really, it doesn't seem like he really is having the charm that he might have in a more sober state to get the big results that he's looking for. Like, I hope that makes sense, I guess. I mean, it doesn't have to, hopefully, if it's not you. But that's the energy that I'm feeling. That's why it's like a this or that, because his plan is to make a victim out of these Johns, or even this coming up as the King of Pentacles, because he may even be courting them as lovers or trying to draw in that relationship. But it's not quite, his intentions aren't good, first off, and the ambitions are quite not being met to gain the return that he's looking for, because it seems like they may be just in for a good time, not quite as vulnerable to the deeper connection, or even like the finesse as he thought he was capable of. Yeah, it's like that's again, it's like somebody, damn, this is sad. It's like somebody that maybe they had it to pull that type of game before. Maybe they could finesse somebody out of a couple $1,000s in one exchange, one night or whatever, but now it's like they're damaged goods. Maybe because they've been run down by their lifestyle, and certainly by their most recent circumstances, and they're coming off a bit unhinged. So it's like that's another backfire, because now the ways that they were willing to use resources, other people as resources even, now they're becoming used in that way. So again, it's like it could be even a matter of they thinking they about to go in and hit the lick for the one hitter quitter, and somebody might try to like shortchange them, not even pay them full price. Like, man, you was high most of the time, or it wasn't really given, what they were used to, or the product was just like depreciated in some way, and they like, man, I ain't giving you $1,000 for what? Like, So it's like they thinking they hitting the lick and they getting licked. Damn, that's sad. Oh my God. Yeah, look at this. Poor investments. They had it all calculated. All right, when I'm gonna go in, I know this one, da da da. And they may even be resorting to trying to like blackmail people, like, man, because they may have, given the access that they had, they may have a great deal. Look at all this information here, this energy. And it's like, man, that's not even connecting, because it's like they treating them like a crackhead. That's what I'm seeing. Like, who's gonna believe you? My wife would never believe that, da 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 da. And then you're trying to extort me, so I really have, even more reason to defer, defame, not defame, but like, like desecrate your character. And then maybe even on sight, he's not looking very well, so it's not even believable. He kind of looks the part of a deranged man at this point with the Nine of Wands. So it's like you don't even have the persona of someone that is credible. So you can say what you want to say, but you're going to take this couple $100, if that, and be on about your way. Damn, like what I just heard, I ain't even going to say that. I'll just say this. It's given... It's given menace to society cheeseburger vibes. If you know, you know. Old dog, crackhead, cheeseburger. That's what it's given. That's how he's being treated. Hopefully, obviously not. Well, I don't know. Like, hopefully not. I don't see no final cards in here, but hopefully not to his own demise, in the way that ended. But that's the exchange of respect, or dare I say lack thereof, here. And that's an extremely hard fall from grace at this point, because it feels like it may be between the ambition and the addiction that he's not even really seeing himself. That's the full energy. It's like he still thinks he's worth the Ace of Pentacles in that exchange. I'm not talking about like actually energetically, because he's worth more than the Ace of Pentacles in his purest form. Maybe even still thinking he the star, you know what I mean? And it's like people are like, man, that ain't worth that no more. I barely wanna, like, whoa, talk about the meaning. Let me just get one more spirit, please, and I'm out of here. That is, what an ending. I was, oh my goodness. And this is how he's left. Money on the nightstand or whatever, in the hotel, motel, whatever the hell it is. If that, you know what I'm saying? But this is the energy this is how he's left after these encounters. But feeling in such a depleted state that he engages himself with these experiences all over again, because that's the desperation. It's like, what else am I going to do? So he goes right back in, hoping that this time it'll be the jackpot. But it's crazy because, like I said, it's for the short term, the immediate gratification of feeding this addiction. But somewhere in there, he still is hoping to get a leg up back to where he was, so that he doesn't have to be dependent on these exchanges. Like, once upon a time, he may have done this for fun with the Knight of Wands. That's why he has these connections. But now, it doesn't even seem like it's something that he really wants to do. And he's doing it and not even getting the same results or reward that he once did. So it's even more, yet another blow. All these wands. Another blow to his character, his ego maybe, I don't even know. Like in this state, it might not even be so much of the ego left anymore as it is just to his stability, his energetic force field. It's like he's chipping away at it with this Nine of Wands, to the point like this is PTSD here. He's becoming like a shell of a man, not even being able to recognize himself, to level with his choices in a sober way. With the Nine of Swords, it's like he almost needs to be numb to continue on in the ways that he's going, or to even reckon with himself as the man he's become. Oh, that's awful. And here all along, what, the Star card is looming overhead. Like every sleepless night, the spirit is always calling. And this is always an option. But it's an option that has to be chosen. It can't be forced. And it's like here, it seems like especially with pills, man. And I've spoken about this before, so I won't beat it down. But with pills, it's even harder because your body responds in a way that makes you feel like you have to have that supplement, or else you start to get sick. So I did say that earlier about somebody going through withdrawal. And it's like every time maybe he even tries to kick the habit, tries to, reconnect to his healing nature, it's not happening. The addiction keeps winning because it probably is too much to bear. And God forbid, because this is actually an incarceration card too to me, God forbid if he actually is incarcerated or in some state of destitution where he doesn't have like the shelter or security or support, which could be the case at this point. He may be outside, or he may be in a place that's not really that safe, maybe even a shelter of sort. Like, you can't heal like you need to in places like that. Here's the High Priestess. This is that Divine Mother energy. Like I said, the healing is you're always being summoned to it, even when the worst is occurring, even more so, because it's like, to hit rock bottom, where else you going to go but up at that point? This is about divine alignment, spiritual alignment, devoting to your supreme self. That's the call, like almost like that nurturing mother wanting to coddle you. But this is more internally, because I don't see no presence of any support here on this board, honestly, in the physical sense. I feel like this is somebody that more or less has lost everything and is on the verge of losing himself. Let me see what's behind here. Damn. Feeling outside of the sanctity of themselves. Destitute, like I said. Somebody might be homeless, or they might be moving from place to place but feeling unwelcome. Might be in a shelter, might be in a rehab facility, this is someone that feels like they can't even go into a church for help. They on the outside, which is an illusion, because a good house of God will help as best they can. That's what they're supposed to be doing for the community. But still, there's only but so far that those hands can go before you begin to help yourself or want to be helped. So this is somebody who's outside of the church. The lights is on. This is the Holy Mother's garden on the outside, and they don't even feel worthy to go in to pray or stop by and say a prayer or ask for help, maybe even too prideful in some way, shape, or form, or ashamed, one of the two, which is like one and the same, to go to a food bank or take a helping hand. Like there's something here. And it's very unfortunate. It's as unfortunate as this Five of Pentacles. Like, that's the ultimate downtrodden. It's like the Five of Cups is the energy of depression, of depletion, of defeat, hopelessness. But not to say that that's a frequency that is productive, but people can function in it. They do it every day in our world, in our society. But it's like someone that is poor in spirit with the Five of Pentacles and poor in material wealth, and may even be unwell, like poor in health as well. Oof. Perhaps from these activities, as it, is kind of inflected here with this distorted partnership, that there may have been something that's been picked up. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, something that has harvested, that's cultivated itself in his body, that would even add yet another blow to the backfire. But all the while, the High Priestess is here. That's the most benevolent energy aside from the Hierophant. But to a masculine, this is Divine Mother energy. That's different for masculine or feminine, honestly. It's a different type of comfort that's being extended or offered, or at least that's just presenting itself. But someone would have to be willing to go, and once again, where they headed, but in the opposite direction. So it just feels like this might be a cycle that somebody just kind of has to see their way through before it comes to a close. It may just be a karmic cycle that has to play out a certain type of way. There is no shortcut to it or through it. But the only hope that I can offer is that if there is strength to withstand and resilience to persist, the healing and the hope is always there, right where you left it. It's never really gone anywhere. It's the energies and even we ourselves that we move away from it. It never truly detaches from us. So, ooh, that was a doozy. Well, I pray for all those. I pray for everyone, all of us, because it ain't no joke out here in these streets, especially if you are detached from source in any specific way, in any certain way. So I pray that we all stay attached, like keep that cord well attached to our supreme selves, at the very least, and that just being your integrity and who you desire to be most in the highest frequency. Even if you just keep that vision of the ideal alive, like a poster on the wall, like a picture on your phone, of who you would ideally want to be, your desire to your desirable identity in the most favorable form. That's better than anything, because some people may not be able to reach their perspective to grasp the concept of God and grace. But if you can start at least with knowing that there's something better and greater and more expansive than even who you are now. And you may be in a good space now, you know, but it will only take a flash of a bad day to depreciate that perspective, if not for the recommitment and dedication to your divine nature all the time, every day, always affirming and asserting. So as I've said before, but for the grace of God, there go I. So I take no joy for energy such as this to persist, because it's not good for any of us, quite honestly. And the prayer is that someone would find their way out of this cycle, and that we would all continue to keep ourselves out of it so that we can eventually eliminate this frequency from our force field collectively, because it doesn't do anything powerful for anyone. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Until next time, as always, I leave you with peace.